What is good with y'all, man? It's your boy Unseen. We coming at y'all with another Daylyt reaction. This is to the song called Walk Alone. I don't even gotta explain to y'all how much Daylyt does for my channel. You guys know the vibes already. This song, I'm expecting some introspective, very dark, emotional. Just by the title of the song, Walk Alone, it sounds like this is for the people who are on this journey, their spiritual journey. I'm hoping that's what we get from this. Daylyt, he's gonna bring it. I already know it. I got all the confidence in the world for Daylyt. I don't even gotta say it. Before we get in this reaction, if you guys could drop a like, drop a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Let's continue to break these algorithms. You guys are fucking amazing. I love y'all. Thank you for all the support. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's go, man. If you guys are new to the channel, the way I do my reaction videos, I like to focus on the lyrics, especially when it comes to Daylyt, because we know he's a lyricist at heart. I got the lyrics on the screen. I read off the lyrics. I break them down. We try to catch as much bars and wordplay, double entendres as we can, while also obviously reacting to what we're hearing. So that's just a preface before we get into this reaction, how I do it, where my mind's at when I'm listening to songs. I'm trying to break down and find meaning in these type of songs, in music rather, because if it doesn't mean anything, then what's the point? Walk Alone by Daylyt. Let's go.
I walk a lonely road,
Green Day? Okay. Okay. Green Day has some legends.
I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams.
If you sampling Green Day already, oh man, those are my guys. I fuck with Green Day, man. Green Day, like, they know how to make some quality music. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there was a few songs, like, and this is one of them. There was a few songs from Green Day that was just constant repeat on. They was just straight anthems. Like, those dudes really know how to make music, man. So shout out Green Day. I'm excited to see how Daylyt flips this and puts his own spin on it.
People in the world with their eyes open and still can't see those in disguise floating. They live right in front of us. Shade room, stay tuned. Cartoons trick us all. Cartoon give us small. Breathe.
Yeah, breathe. Let's stop real quick. Let's stop real quick. Daylyt giving us a chance to stop. I salute you on that one, Light. Okay. So my man says so many people in the world with their eyes open and still can't see those in disguise. Yo, philosophy behind these lyrics is what I love about Daylyt, is people really can't see the shit that's in disguise. There's a lot of hidden messages, hidden meanings, synchronicities, all of that stuff. It's all around us. It's all around us. And if you want like a scientific approach to it, humans can only see 2%, I think 2% of the light spectrum. What the fuck's the other 98% that we can't see? That's what Daylyt's talking about. And disguise also sounds like the skies. They can't see what's in the skies, like what's going on in the sky. Because, you know, like the whole like extraterrestrial shit like that. And just like on some spiritual, like dimensional type shit, what's going on in the sky. And disguise also sounds like a disguise you wear, or what's being disguised, what agendas there are, what type of patterns, what type of energy, reading the energy of people. Like, it gets that deep, man. You want to know how I know he said the skies? Because he said floating. You float in the sky? Yeah, that's a bar. He said they live right in front of us. Shade room. That's a bar right there, because shade room is like, okay, yeah, that's like the shade room. I'm thinking of like the social media shit, right? The shade room. Also, shade room meaning like shadow beings. The shade room, they live right in front of us. Shadow beings are something that live right in front of you. Like, shadow beings are around you. Like, that's like the whole thing, right? Is if you study shadow beings and shadow people, they're around you. They're right in front of you, but you just can't see it. Stay tuned. Cartoons trick us all. Cartoon, yep. And cartoons do trick us all. They put a lot of the real shit in these TV shows and cartoons. At the same time, though, they put a lot of stereotypes. They put a lot of misconceptions and a lot of like false narratives in these cartoons and shows at the same time. Mix the truth with some bullshit. That's usually how like the elite work. Then he said car tuned, give us smog, breathe. Yeah, because the car is tuned up, like you tune up a car, and also referencing cartoons like in the previous line, so some wordplay. Give us smog, breathe. So the smog from the car, you breathe in the smog. Yeah, let's keep going.
Hell, the devil's playground, sneeze. God bless me, you test me for what? This is all from Adam and Eve mistakes, oh I get it now. I've been programmed since a baby. When I woke up, my whole entire family betrayed me. Old mama said I'm crazy. My daddy said I'm crazy. Both parents be too lazy to read the shit. Do you see the shit? The Matrix real. She checked me in a
That is
psych
the
ward,
Matrix
she
right
forcing
there.
me to take these pills.
That's the Matrix right there. He just described what it's like when you on your spiritual journey. And that's what I predicted when I was in the intro of this fucking video. I said I wanted some shit that's describing your spiritual journey. He just gave you an instance where that is at play. He said, I've been programmed since a baby. When I woke up, my whole entire family betrayed me. And if you know this, if you've gone through a spiritual awakening, that shit hits different. Because that's true for everybody, man. When you wake up, your entire family betrays you. Like, that's some real shit. That's as real as it gets. I've been through it. Anybody who's woken up has been through that. Unless your family has woken up before you. But 9 times out of 10, you are the one that wakes up, and then your family is still asleep. And your whole family betrays you, because when you start to see shit and call shit out and recognize the bullshit going on, your family's going to look at you like you crazy, you insane, like you need help, like you need somebody, like you need to go see a doctor type shit. Like, that's how it is for anybody on this spiritual journey. And this is why I made my channel, rather, is because I want to show people, like, you're not alone in this shit. I know that's like some cliche type statement, but it's real. Like, there's so many people who are waking up now, and it's I love it, man. I love it, because it makes you realize, like, this is deeper than all of the stuff going on social media. Anything you've ever been told is deeper than that. It's like a spiritual soul connection. And my own mama said I'm crazy. My daddy said I'm crazy. Like I said just previously, people gonna look at you like you crazy. Your own family will. Both parents be too lazy to read this shit. Do you see this shit? The Matrix real. People are so lazy to do their own research and read. So the people who wake up typically are the ones that want to find truth. That's what I mean. This one hits personal. This one hits personal on a personal level. Like, this is for real, for real. I have not heard this from a Daylyt track. I haven't. And it just seems like every time I get a Daylyt song, it's something new. She checked me into a psych ward. They forcing me to take these pills. And that's what I mean, is people think you crazy. Your family think you crazy. They think you're going to want to go to like a mental hospital. They want to take you there because they think you need help. Help. Like, fuck off, man. Like, that's the Matrix for you. That's the Matrix. That's how it works. The people who are the most free are still going to seem a little bit crazy and outlandish to the people who are controlled and brainwashed. That's just how it works.
Suppressing my guess and say it ain't for real. Lesson learned. I've been stressing in school. I don't mess with these rules. I know this desk isn't cool. I feel restrained too tight around my waist. I am wasting my time. Go to lunch to be fed poison. I wait in a line. GMO. We expose cafeteria's bacteria scarf, and FDA approved that kid on the carton. Milk us all.
Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. This is it. This could be a contender for maybe my favorite Daylyt song that I've heard so far. This might be it. I'm just feeling this like on a personal level. Like, y'all, I don't know if y'all get it. Most of y'all who are here most likely get it because you've been down the same path as I do. And this is what makes it so real. Is this is why I love music, and this is why I fuck with Daylyt, because he amplifies the message that I'm trying to get out too. I'm branching off of what he's saying in these bars. Lesson learned. I've been stressing in school. I don't mess with these rules. I know this desk ain't cool. I feel restrained too tight around my waist. I'm wasting my time. That's the trap for school, man. And I didn't wake up until I got out of high school. So I've always, if you want to know something about me, is the way I grew up, I was a straight A student all the way through the end of high school. I was brainwashed like crazy. I was probably the most brainwashed kid because I had straight A's. So like, because the better the grades you get, the more brainwashed it is, right? The more you submit to a system. Like, that was me. I also, at the same time, when I was in these schools, I always had these questions about like, why am I in this moment, in this body, at this time? Like, I still had those introspective, abstract questions, but the school was so forceful in taking over your life that was the only thing that mattered at that point. So I really resonate with this shit. It said, go to lunch to be fed poison. I wait in the line. GMO. Yeah. The schools, they feed you poison. It's all GMO. It's fake food. They feed you fake food with ingredients that have been injected with some bullshit, sprayed with pesticides and all these chemicals that fuck up your endocrine system, that make you like obese and make you, you know, just like at a lower state of consciousness, at a lower spiritual state. It's a system, man. I'm telling you. We expose cafeterias, bacteria, scarf and FDA approve. That kid on the carton. He's talking about the GMOs, right? And like the FDA approval to get like stuff on a carton, because they want to market shit to make it seem like it's as organic and approved as possible, right? But that's how they work. That's how the whole system works, is they pay all this money to get these labels on their packaging to make it sound like it's good for you. That's the whole finesse right there. And that's what he's talking about, is the kid on the carton, to get you appeal to your like feelings and like say like, oh, this is good for you. They put a kid on it, like, or they put a bunch of bright colors on it because it's appealing, so it must be good for you, right? No, that's not how it works. The devil gonna be the one wearing the cross, I'm telling you.
Milk us all mucus immune. Vaccinate all the new kids, get groomed right to they doom. Right hand on the heart, we pledge allegiance to the legions who thieving our breathing. Even if we feel we could get even, add vending machines, they got us with this God shit, and that be the...
Oh man, yeah, let me stop you right there, because he's gonna get into the false gods and the false religions, all the bullshit religions. Milk us all, mucus immune, vaccinate all the new kids, get groomed right to their dooms. On YouTube, if you say some words, they'll censor your shit and they'll take down videos for medical misinformation. So I need to be a little bit careful here. And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That the shit that's going on right now, do not get it. Do not get it. I'm telling you, don't get it. That's what's going on. And this is talking about like the shit that happened, the vaccines that happen for kids when you grow up. Like, what do you think they put in them? What do you think they put in those when you take them as a kid? They groom them right to their dooms. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I was vaccinated when I was a kid. I don't know what got put into my body, but that's why it's like you got to know how to cleanse your system, because it's all heavy metals, poison that's in your body now. That's a fact. There's no like disputing that. Right hand on the heart, we pledge allegiance to the legions who be thieving our breathing. We pledge allegiance, like, yeah, like the United States, we pledge allegiance, and this is talking about like school still, because he's talking about how you say the Pledge of Allegiance in school. We pledge allegiance to the legions who be thieving our breathing. The legions meaning like the controllers who are stealing our breath because they spray shit in the air. Like, they're stealing our air. These people are evil, but we pledge allegiance to that. It's fucking brainwashing. It's crazy. You can't tell this shit to the average everyday person. I'm sure you know that. But when you contemplate this concept and you realize there's so much evil shit that these people are doing, and we're pledging allegiance to that on a daily basis, that does not sit right with you. The thing is the majority of people don't know about the evil things that are going on, because nobody would ever want to advertise evil. Nobody would. Why would you want to advertise the criminal acts you're doing? That's just going to draw attention to you. Let's get into this religion now. He's going to expose the religion.
Got us with this God shit, and that be the reason that we don't got shit. The prophets be the one who get the profit. Church say Jesus was olive, and what color is olives? Green, black. Either Jesus was an alien or nigga. Facts. Cries on top of cries.
I've never heard any rapper say that. Nah, that's oh man. This dude is preaching. Daylyt is taking y'all to the real church, man. I'm telling you. They got us with this God shit, and that be the reason we don't got shit. They got y'all submitting to a false god. They got y'all not believing in yourself. They got you thinking of something outside of you when that shit is inside of you. God is inside of you. You are divine. Everybody has their own. We're co-creators, man. We're all co-creators. We all have divinity within us. You just got to recognize that. You got to meditate and feel that divinity. Third eye, you will know that you're more than just a fucking piece of meat at the end of the day. Prophets be the one who get the profit. The figureheads, the people who are at the core of the religion, the people that are worshipped are the ones that make the money off of it. The pastors, the prophets, the so-called prophets, right? They're the ones that be making money off of the people that are brainwashed and submit to this because they give them the money. They give them the money because they feel like they've been saved. Church say that Jesus was olive. And what color is olive? Green, black. So either Jesus was an alien because we associate aliens with the color green, right? Or he was, or he was black. Or he was melanated because olives are black and they say Jesus is olive, right? That's fucking genius right there, man. Let's keep going.
Cries on top of cries, thunder slumber party. This is lies on top of lies. Proppers to monopolize the consciousness. It comes with a consequence. You gon' walk alone in your home like
I walk alone.
Okay. I'm with that verse. That's a heartfelt verse from Daylyt. That's a very heartfelt, personal verse from him that I resonate with so much. I resonate with that one. That's probably one of my favorite ones from Daylyt. He's taking you into his personal ventures and like his personal mindset. He gave you examples from when he was a kid. This is what I love is he kept it a lot more simplistic with his schemes. He wasn't too big on the syllable play. He still came with it. He still came with the double entendres. He still came with it. The flow was under control. It wasn't out of pocket or nothing like out of this world, which got the message across. And that's how I know this is a message heavy track. But let's get into the next verse.
Where the city sleeps and I'm the only one and I walk alone.
Green Day sample is gonna hit different now after hearing like these verses from Daylyt. Oh my god, I'm loving it, dude. These are my songs from Daylyt that I really enjoy. I know when to play this type of song. I have instances where I want to play this song. You play this song when you're literally walking alone. Like, think about it. This is the soundtrack. This is it. Oh man.
I've been looking in books, stuck with this crooked look, feeling like I'm a crook for just thinking, sinking too deep in this rabbit hole, stuck, conscious stabbing my soul, fuck, weaving through all the bullshit, don't believe in this no more. I had more to see, more to grow, study ancient Kemet like.
Yo. This one is hitting hard for me. This one, like, because I've never heard any rapper say what I'm going through. You know how rappers, like, nowadays when they make a track that's very personal, the message tends to be universal. This one is very specific to what I'm going through and to what a lot of people in Daylyt's fan base is going through, what we are going through. This one right here. Oh man. I've been looking in books, stuck with this crooked look, feeling like I'm a crook for just thinking, sinking too deep in this rabbit hole, stuck. This is what I mean. This is the path that happens when you go down the rabbit hole. And I've been down this. I've been down this, man. I've been down this, and thankfully I feel like I've made it out. I still got some more work to do, but I feel like I made it out of the rabbit hole. My reality flipped around when I learned some shit that took away my enjoyment of, the things that I grew up on, right? You go down this rabbit hole, it takes away the fun the quote unquote fun that you had before, in the sense that for me, it took away like my enjoyment of sports. And once you learn the truth about sports and holidays, all of this stuff, the English language, history, everything, like, it took away all of that because I was searching for the real truth, and I got it, and the truth hurt. And this is what Daylyt is describing here, is like, I feel like I'm a crook for just thinking. I feel like I'm not doing like the right shit. I feel like I'm crazy, or I'm not wanted. I'm not like in the same light as somebody else. I feel like I'm just shunned upon for wanting to think about some shit. And that's the realest bar. And he said, sinking too deep in this rabbit hole. When you go that far down the rabbit hole, like I said, when you go that far down the rabbit hole, you can get stuck in there, and you can, that shit can really cloud your judgment. You'll feel like everything is worthless. You'll feel no direction anymore. This is why I say not to go too deep down this rabbit hole. If you think you can take it, then by all means do what you want to do. But for some people, they may not be able to take it. And for me, I honestly didn't really have a choice. I didn't really like know I was going this far down the rabbit hole until it happened. So it just so happened for me, and I'm just now starting to make my way out of it and like trying to bring it back to, you know, what I've learned and make some light out of it. Even through all the bullshit, don't believe in this no more. I have more to see, more to grow. That's some real shit. You go down the rabbit hole, you got so much weeding out of the bullshit you got to do, because you know there's so many things that are fake and lies. So you're weaving through the bullshit. And you say, I don't believe in this no more, because that can, you don't believe in the original, you don't believe in the things that you originally thought were good for you anymore. You don't believe in those anymore. And at the same time, when you go down the rabbit hole too, you kind of like lose, for me, I kind of like realize like, damn, even the shit that I do like, I still don't believe in. Like you realize like, fuck, I can't believe in anything now. Because it feels like everything is an agenda. It feels like everything is controlled or trying to deceive me. And this is what I mean, is you get a little paranoid when you go down that rabbit hole. But once you start to make it out, that's when you really start to level up. Let's keep going, man. He's talking about Kemet now, so let's go.
No more, I had more to see, more to grow. Study ancient Kemet like I'm finished learning. This is my turn to see that the Lord is me. No false idols. I know that the Bible bribed titles for the tide. Choir singing in high notes to get you high, though these are rivals. Religion had me second guessing, like if I turn my back on the God, will I get strike to learn a lesson?
That's facts. That's facts, man. That's facts. Like, I've went through this exact thing that Daylyt is saying right now, and it's just, man, it's special. This has got to be my favorite track now. Like, this is it right here for me. This is my anthem. Like, this is my personal anthem now. This is crazy. I've never heard anybody describe this, like, a journey so similar to mine like this. Nah. Study ancient Kemet like I'm finished learning. That's what I mean, is even when you study the ancient Kemet, you think that's the end. You think you're done. You think you're, and this is, I felt this way. I felt like when I found out that like Jesus was actually Horus, and I felt like when I found out that like baptism originated from Kemet, all the Christianity came from Kemet, and when I found all this stuff out, I'm like, oh my God, I finished. Like, I don't need to research anymore. I don't need to do this anymore. I found the truth. And that is where I realized, like, even when I find this shit out, I still question it. I still wonder, is that really the truth? And this is where it's like, it's almost never ending for you. And this is where it's important to realize, like, maybe we weren't meant to find the absolute truth as a human being in this lifetime. He said, this is my turn to see that the Lord is me, no false idols. Like I said, God is inside of you. You are divine. The Lord is in me. No false idols, no false things I'm worshiping. That's real as hell. That's real as hell. This is the shit we preach on here. I know that the Bible bribed titles for the tithe. The choir singing in high notes to get you high, though. It's brainwashing. It's manipulation. The choir sings in these high notes because those frequencies that they're in, octaves that they're reaching, gets you high. It gets you like, it manipulates you. It entices you into that belief system. It's a fucking finesse. That's a finesse. That's a finesse right there. Oh, these are rivals. Religion had me second guessing. Same here. Like, if I turn my back on God, will I get strike to learn a lesson? I say this, bro, I've been through this. I went through this. This was my second video on my channel when I talked about how capital Steez impacted my life. I described my journey with Christianity. And just to give you all a short little like summed up story, I labeled myself as a Christian for about 6 months when I was going through one of the toughest times of my life. And in that time, I found capital Steez and I started questioning Christianity, and I quote unquote, you know, turned my back on God because I left it after 6 months. I left it because I started having all these questions and I realized it's bullshit. And I had these doubts in my head, the guilt. When you leave Christianity, you have the guilt thinking like, am I just gonna like get striked? Am I gonna like be punished for this? I hope nothing bad is coming to me because I decided to leave something that didn't work out for me. I found out things that I didn't know beforehand, before joining Christianity. So yeah, I've asked these same questions that Daylyt is saying right now. So I'm really getting into this one deep, man. This one we diving deep on. Let's keep going.
Am I presently a peasant who tested my faith? Guessing I'll taste more of the wine and crackers. Cut out all that wine and crackers. Shining pastors who shining pastors. Grinding actors, sellers, catfish Jesus. Who backed this thesis? Attack the priests. Ask the weak kids who come out confession booths. They asses bleeding lacerations. Them pastors was masturbating, kitty porn. They really...
He's getting you to go down the rabbit hole in this one. He's letting you know what it's like when you go down the rabbit hole. You realize that the shit that you thought was good for you was actually destroying you. Like religion. They doing the bullshit in these religions. Am I presently a peasant who tested my faith, guessing I'll taste more of this wine and crackers. Cut out all that wine and crackers. You know, like with the communion shit where you got to eat the crackers and drink the wine for Jesus, right? He's saying, oh, I guess I'll taste more of that. I guess I'll seep back into the religion and do that. But I got to cut out all the wine and the crackers. He said, cut out all the wine and crackers. Because, bro, that shit is not good for your health. You eat the crackers and drink the wine for Jesus. But at the same time, that's the shit that's probably fucking you up and making you get all these diseases and sicknesses. And this is what I mean. The shit that you think is good for you is really bad for you. Shining pastors who's shining past us, grinding, sell us catfish Jesus, who backed this thesis. It's facts. The shining pastors, right? The pastors, they're portrayed as they're in the light, shining pastors. They're the ones shining past us because people look at pastors like they're better. They worship these pastors. They worship the messenger and not the message, right? They sell us catfish Jesus because Jesus, once again, they sell us the white Jesus when we know damn well Jesus wasn't a white dude. He wasn't. Frankly, he damn near wasn't even real. And he said, who backed this thesis? Who's the one that said this is what it is? Who was the one that let this concept that we have of Jesus, this name that we have of Jesus, who was the one that allowed this to be the overall message? Who? Like, these are questions you ask when you are questioning Christianity and religion in general. Why are these things being presented this way? Who gets to say what is and what isn't good? Who gets to determine that? You ask a Christian that and they'll just say God, because they know damn well people manipulate things to fit their agenda. And he said, ask the weak kids who come out the confession booths. They ass was bleeding, lacerations. The pastors was masturbating, kitty porn. He's exposing the Catholic Church, man. They doing the bullshit. They doing the bullshit, the pedophilia shit, the fuck shit. It's crazy, man. And we're the ones that are called crazy, right? We're the people who have woken up are the ones that are called insane or like we need help. But we know damn well the church is hiding a lot of shit. Religions are hiding so much evil shit. The devil is the one wearing the cross nowadays. I'm telling y'all. Let's keep going.
They really rope us, sell us the hope with the Pope, they choked us. The joke is on you, see they the jokers. This ain't checkers, this ain't chess, man. These niggas playing poker.
Facts.
Get it? Poker. They stabbing the bitches, grabbing the bitches, breathe black, stash them in trenches, rape them.
Nah, that's a fucking bar. It's coming with the bars at the same time he's spitting a real message. Nah, this is everything I want from a hip-hop track right here, man. This is hip-hop. They really rope us, sell us the hope with the Pope. They choked us. The joke is on you. See, they the joker. They're the joker. The Pope is the joker. They playing the jokes on us. They the ones that's fooling us. They're the joker. This ain't checkers. This ain't chess. These dudes is playing poker. Because the joker, and like that's a card, right? Poker has to deal with cards. Yeah. And he's talking chess, checkers, poker, different types of games. They playing games with you. Nah, this is crazy. And he said, get it? Poke her. Like, bro, and he was talking about the Catholic Church and how they fucking on kids and doing the crazy shit. Poking her, like touching kids. Nah, this is insane, man. Let's keep going.
They stabbing them bitches, grabbing them bitches, breed black, stash them in trenches, rape them, break through their uterus. They play the spade card, see I ain't new to this. Can't procreate, they stop at reproduction, lift up.
No, that's a bro. Shout out to the Reddit, because I got the lyrics off of Reddit, and they have like some wordplay. They have some annotations for the wordplay. This was crazy. I would have never caught this. He said, stabbing them bitches, they grabbing them bitches, breed black, stash them in trenches, rape them, break through their uterus, right? Then they play the spade card. See, I ain't new to this, and new to this sounded like neuter, because like neutering somebody is like they can't have kids, right? And he was talking about they break in the uterus. That's a fucking bar. And he's saying, I ain't new to this, like I knew this was going on. Nah. Daylyt is exposing. Oh man, this bar. Oh man. I have no words now. I have no words for that scheme right there. Let's keep going, man. He's talking that real shit right now.
Can't procreate, they stop at reproduction, lift up, we abducted aqueduct. You ought to see what's stopping us is Aquaman. See, boy, what I am saying. I don't
talking
really
about
got
the
a
water.
plan. I was thinking that God the plan, but he put.
He's talking about the water. He's talking about the age of Aquarius, the water. He's throwing in the bars from the water, so I'm familiar with that. My ears heard enough water bars from that age of Aquarius reaction. So he said, can't procreate, they stop in reproduction, lift up, we abducted, aqueduct, which sounds like an aqua duck, like a duck that's in the water. Nah, and like aqueduct, like the man-made structure, right? That water flows through. Aqueduct, you ought to see what's stopping us. And oughta see, you ought to see, sounds like otter sea, like a sea otter. Man, that's a bar right there. You ought to see what's stopping us. So like, now let's go back to the line. You ought to see what's stopping us. It's Aquaman, sea boy, what I'm saying, Aquaman, and then sea boy, like the sea, the actual water, sea, and then like sea boy, meaning like boy, like look, dude, like look what I'm saying. Let's keep going.
Boy, what I am saying, I don't really got a plan. I was thinking that God the plan, but he put us inside the situation. Or did he wait? He ain't even a he, you see. We fuck ain't no heavenly father. I never be bothered by a sky, man. I try, man. I
got the same, these are the same questions that I have asked, and these are the same conclusions that I've came to. Like, this is insane how accurate this is to my life. And this is why it's like, I don't care. Like, I'm not really tripping about sharing this with y'all, because this is what I started this channel for, is to share my journey. It's so comforting to know that there's people like this out there in the world, because when you walk out on the street, the things that you see on the street nowadays in 2021, you see zombies now. So you don't think anybody is going through this. But when you get a guy like Daylyt who makes a song like this and puts it in this format, it just empowers you and makes you think like, holy shit, this is like a reality. I was thinking that God's the plan, but he put us inside this situation. Or did he? Wait, he ain't even a he. You see, we fucked. Right? Because he's saying like, oh, I was thinking that God was like the plan. He was the all know-it-all, like everything. He was the one, right? But he put us inside this fuck shit. He put us inside the hell that we're living in right now. He put us inside this shit. He was the one that put us here, right? Isn't that what the whole thing was? Why would he put us here? Why would he put us going through all this darkness? There's no light. The people who run this world, all dark. And then he's saying, oh wait, or did he put us in this situation? And then he said, well, after that question, is he even a he? Is he even a dude? You see what I mean? And I've said this a lot. Like, if God is this thing that we can't really comprehend, why the fuck, how does he have a gender? I've asked this question so many times. When I was first starting to break away from Christianity, this was one of my first like 3 questions I started asking, is if God is this like, God is this being that we just can't even comprehend as humans, because we get told that by the church, right? Humans will never be able to understand how God works, right? You'll never be able to grasp, because you can only put it into terms that humans can grasp, right? So how the fuck does he have a gender if he's so complex? If God is so complex, how the fuck does he have a gender? It's great to see Daylyt asking these questions, man. And he said, wait, he ain't even a he. You see, we fucked. We are fucked. Because You can't even answer that question. You realize like God is not even you can't even ascribe a gender to somebody that's a God. Then you realize there's no such thing as a heavenly father, right? We're fucked, right? We need the father figure, don't we? Isn't that the whole thing? But God is this super complex thing. So how is he a gender? How does he have a gender? And that's what he said. Ain't no heavenly father. I never be bothered by a sky man. You know what I mean? They're like, nobody in the sky is doing nothing right now. That's what the entire symbolism and image of God is, right? He's in the sky and the clouds doing something. I've never had anything done for me by a person sitting up in the clouds, let alone a dude sitting in the clouds, a man sitting in a cloud. You realize it's okay that you can question this? I'm at peace with where I'm at now. This is my shit right here. Let's keep going.
And I try, man. 3 different colors of humans. Why, man? We are not equal in this sequel. Hope you see those tuxedos. For death, we look good, dying dressed for God. Do we impress this God? I'm like,
I walk a lonely road.
Shout out to Daylyt, man. Shout out to Daylyt, dude. This has got to be my favorite Daylyt track right here. 100%. This is it. I try, man. 3 different colors of humans. Why, man? I try, man. 3 different. Try, because try means 3. Oh my God. And also, like, I try, man. I'm making an effort. I try, man. Like, 3 different colors of humans. Why, man? He's saying, oh, like, why is there so many different colors? Like, why is that the case? If we're all equal, how come we got so many different colors? These are the questions you just start asking, man. You just start asking these ones. We are no equal in this sequel. Hope you see those tuxedos. For death, we look good dying dressed for God. We're no equal in this sequel. Because he's talking about how, like, the colors, 3 different colors of humans. Why would there be 3 different colors of humans if we're all equal? So this is why you got to ask, like, are melanated people the real people? Are white people, you know, the people that don't got a soul, like the shit like that? Me personally, I honestly think that the soul is what transcends anything in this physical body. I really do. I just think that when you're white, you have a tough time accessing your soul and your origins. You don't have the bloodline to the shit that helps you connect to your soul the most, which happens to be from Kemet and Sumer, which are like the 2 civilizations that are heavy on connecting with your soul and yourself, right? I don't have that connection. My ancestors wasn't from there. So I'm not like bound by DNA to them, but I was able to access that because everybody's got a pineal gland. Everybody's got that in them. It's a little bit tougher maybe if you're of a lighter skin and if you don't have a lot of melanin. Everybody's got a soul. Everybody's got that. But this is what I mean is maybe everybody's not equal when it's all said and done. Maybe saying, I hope you see those tuxedos for death. We look good dying dressed for God. We look good. We wearing the tuxedos, right? When you're inside the casket, you look good for dying dressed for God. Like, why does that matter? Why the fuck does it matter how you look like in the physical when the whole thing is about your soul transcending? You know what I'm saying? Do we impress this God? That's the whole thing. It's like, are we trying to impress this type of God? Is that what dying and wearing the tuxedos while you're dead is about? Trying to impress the God? And he's saying, like, do we impress this God? Asking, like, is that what we're doing when we wear the tuxedos? And also, he's asking, should we impress this God? Why are we choosing to impress this type of God if all the bullshit that he just described earlier is happening to us? Why should we impress this God? Daylyt asked that question in 2 different ways. He said, like, oh, do we impress this God? Like, should we impress this God? Do we do that? Is that the right thing to do? And also, like, do we impress this God in the sense that, is that the answer to the question for why we wear the tuxedos when we're dead? That's so genius, man. That's such a genius way to present a question. And that's how you end a song off, is with an open-ended conclusion. So that was Walk Alone from Daylyt. That has got to be my personal favorite track from Daylyt. I got what I wanted. I got what I predicted. Some spiritual, personal, introspective track that really, for me, described my path, along with, I'm sure, many of you that are watching this video, because anybody who's been on this spiritual journey has most likely gone through the same stages. And that's what's so great about it, is we got a full network of people that are going through this, and we're not alone on this one. And this is what makes it so special to me, is because I've never had anybody in a music format tell me the exact thing that I've went through. No one. It's always been in some like vague universal way with like universal lessons that everybody can relate to, but never to the T, where it's asking the exact same questions that I've asked in my life, in fairly recent in my life, in the last 3 years. Never. Shout out to Daylyt. Shout out to everybody. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate y'all for watching. You guys are special, man. If nobody's really telling y'all that, I'm here to say that you're a spiritual being. You have the ability to go outside your body. You have the ability to experience God within. You're special. Like, everybody's got this inside of them. We're so much more than this. We're so much more than that. And that's what you got to recognize. And when you recognize that, it's nothing but miracles. It's nothing but miracles and constant affirmations that you get. But it doesn't mean it's going to be all gravy. There's going to be some demons you got to fight. I'm currently fighting demons. Like, don't think I'm perfect in any aspect. I'm definitely not perfect, man. I got demons I'm fighting. Like, I got shit I got to deal with. But when you come to the realization and you become content with where you are and grateful for that, it's nothing but miracles. It's nothing but positivity and growth. And growth as a being, as a human being. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, be sure to drop a comment, be sure to subscribe. You know the vibes, man. Go check out Daylyt. Shout out to all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for watching my videos. It's been your boy Unseen. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.